Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This sounds really cliche, but welcome back. Um, Today we're looking at tables in HTML. So let's get right into it. We're going to learn how to, data structures, how to put data in your HTML. Um, Long tables, representing complex tables and all that, and we'll follow on with an exercise. So basically a table would represent your information in a grid format. So we're learning how to actually make that grid format. All right, so each block in a grid is referred to as a table cell, and in HTML a table is written out like row by row basically. So that's how it works. So what is a basic table structure? So let's start. Let me clear all this. Right, let's cover this and let's create a table. So let's create a table.html and let's create our exercise. Down size. I still haven't learned how to spell exercise. I'm really lost. Like, it's not even funny. I don't know how to spell it. Let's just come here and let's create our umbrella template in our tables. So tables in HTML. Alright, let's open this in live server. Let's close all the tabs and let's do our h what now. Let's do h2 and let's say basic table structure. Alright, so the basic table structure is table, which is used to create a table. So the contents of the table are written out row by row. Alright, and we do that by saying tr stands for table row, so it indicates the start of each row using like an opening tr tag and a closing tr tag. So when you use td, is basically for stands for table data. Alright, so it's used to represent each data that you're going to be putting. So use the closing tag at the end of each cell, so it basically represents like each cell. So if I do something like 15 and I put td and I put another 15, I do another td and I put 30, you can see row. That's a row. To create another row, I'll do another tr. Now put td, which stands for table data. I could put 45. Another td. If you want to skip from the next line in the middle of your previous line, just put Control Enter. So that will just take it to the next line. And I could put 45. So let's do one more. And let's say here I'm going to have td table row table data of 60, td of 60, td of 55. So this is just a very basic table structure. Okay, and you may find some browsers that may actually draw lines, automatically drawing lines around them, but I don't think this one does. So let's talk about table edits. So let's give you an h2. So table edits, right? So sorry, I've been sitting down with a lot of quite tired. The th element is used. This th is just like td. So table heading th, table data td. Alright, so it's used to represent the heading for either a column or a row. So if a cell has no context, you should still use a td or a th to represent the presence of an empty cell. Otherwise, like the stuff won't render correctly. So that's the basic way you should use. And using th elements for heading helps people who use screen readers. You get, so it helps improve the ability for search engines to index your page and enables you to control the appearance of your tables when you start using CSS. Alright, so th basically indicates it's a table heading. Alright, so let's do that. So we'll do table tr th, that's we're going to go at empty, and let's do th scope. I'm going to explain what the scope means. Now when we talk about scope, we're trying to indicate that where does this belong to, right? So yeah, I'm saying where you should focus on is like the columns. Yeah, so that's really what I'm saying. So we'll write on and you see how this plays out. So let's say Saturday. I'm shooting this video on the 26th of May. I said that because tomorrow is Children's Day. Woohoo! I'm excited. No, I'm not chat. I'm like, nobody sends me. So let's give it though. Th. There's actually something called th. We'll get to that. We're going to use th when we're using more complex tables. So this is saying that this heading is the heading of a new row. It's the heading of the row that we are just creating. So let's ticket sold. Yeah. So 120 and TD 136. Alright. So let's just create another last one. And let's do the scope of row 2 because we want to create another row down, and we'll say total sales. And TD would be let's say surely it's an alarm ringing here. So $600 and TD of $800. So this is how you use table headings. Alright. Now spanning columns. What does it mean to span columns? We're going to find out now. Right? So let's say okay. So why do we use spanning columns? Let's say we're creating a timetable, for example. You have some papers that some classes that span maybe 3 hours or 2 hours, and so like you want to create like you want to create a table in such a way. Sorry, I've been sitting since you want to create a table in such a way that pardon me, I just need a back rest or something. So you want to create a table in such a way that you can merge two columns together or two rows together. So that's what I mean by spanning columns and maybe span. We also talk about spanning rows. So that's the purpose of spanning columns. Let's create this quick table and use tr and th. Let's say 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 12 a.m. So let's create a new row and give it Monday, give it today. Then call span with 2, mean we're spanning 2 columns. Okay, let's give it geography, um, math, arts. Alright, and let's add Tuesday, a new column for Tuesday, and Tuesday do a call span of day. Want to span 3 columns. We're going to say gym, CD, like, alright. So this is how it goes. You can see that it's spanning two columns. Alright. You can see that this you can see this space here. It shows that it's spanning like two columns, and geography is spanning two columns. That's nine column of 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. Our dream is spanning three columns, column of 9 a.m., 10 a.m., and 11 a.m. So that's what we mean by spanning columns. Now let's take a look at spanning rows. Alright. So let's create a table. Rows is the same. Spanning rows and spanning columns is basically the same concept. Alright, deals with the same concept. So let's say we have ABC, and let's say we have BBC, and let's say we have CNN. Right? Now let's create another row. And let's create 6 p.m. Sorry. 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Sorry, my bad. Today. So, yeah. So 6 p.m. 7 p.m. CD. So here we're going to use row span. We're going to span two columns. We're going to watch movie during that period. Somebody's feeling sleepy. I'm the one that's feeling sleepy. Oh boy. I see. So let's give a table head of 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. with table data of the sports, the space of sports. I actually like playing sports, but I've not had time for it. Does that mean I like it? I don't know if it's the environment, but I enjoy badminton a lot. So like, I don't know. Ah, so this is basically spanning through columns, as you can see. What I mean by spanning through columns. If I try to give an inline styling, let's see, I do style. But I give it a background color of, let's say, violet. You can see that this is spanning three columns. Right, so I'm just going to copy that same style and place it in geography. Alright, this was wrong. I'm going to place in geography. I'm going to give a color of red. This is inline styling in CSS. So as we move on, when we get to CSS, you understand how it works. So I'm going to give this maybe yellow. Right? So that's how spanning works. You can see here it's spanning two rows, here spanning three columns, and here spanning. So I'm just going to leave a color there so like you know how this thing works. Right? So dealing with long tables. Alright. There are three elements that help to distinguish between main. I'm sorry, I think three elements that help to distinguish between three elements that help to distinguish between the content of the table and the main headings and all that. So that's what we're going to be looking at. So I'm going to just create a table and we're going to start with T head. So what would T head do? This is where you put the headings of your table. And we have T body and you have T foot. That's where you put the body for T body, and T foot is the footer. Alright. So let's just take this short thing, and let's say TR. Using more maybe when you're using long tables, right? So let's give a data, analysis of income and expenditure. So I meant it. That's our T head. You can see it's the heading of our table. And T body is going to contain the body. So create a new row and call it 1st January. Sorry, and create a table data of 250 and a table data of 36. Okay, to create another table row, which we're going to do the same thing. This is for the year. Let's call it 2nd of January. Right. So we have where the list goes on and on. So I could duplicate this, like let's say, I don't know how many times I do. Just duplicate as much times as you can. So I'm going to put this as 3rd of January, 4th, 5th, sorry, 5th, 6th, 29th, 30th, and 31st. Alright. Then this is basically the body. So then let's create our T footer. Sorry, I mean T foot. And here let's do TR. Have an empty row, empty cell. Then let's say there's an TD of, sorry, come on, this can really annoy sometimes. Right. So that's how it's going to look like. So this is what you do in terms of footer and headings. Okay. So that's basically all you need to know about tables. And let's actually try and do an exercise on that. So let's just create our boilerplate, and let's call this HTML. Okay. So sorry, someone's feeling sleepy. table table exercise. I'm gonna search how to spell exercise. Exercise. That should be the spelling, right? Boy, oh boy. See what engineering has done to me. So, but it's never engineering. I hope not to forget things like this. I think I'm going to download spelling games. I don't really like games, but I think, the look of things, I need some educational ones. Alright, so let's give this a scope of code. And let's say, open this live server, and let's create an H1 here. Copy this. We give a scope of code and say home starter hosting, and use again a scope code premium business hosting. right? That's our head. That's our heading, right? Yeah. Coming up below, we create our T body, and we have our T row. Give this a scope of about a scope of row and a disk space. The TD is 250 MB, and that data of TD of 1 gig. Yeah. So let's do another one. Give it an heading, scope of row. Okay, and let's call it bandwidth. So the 5 gig per month to the 50 gig. I don't know what I'm doing. I think I ate something that's my throat. Alright, so we could also add more pins. What can we put? Size. Capacity. Just I'm not putting anything that's random. Alright, so let's do a T footer, a T foot, and let's call this A, and let's do a full span of about 2, and we're going to say sign up and now and save. Right, so that's basically our stuff. So we're done with tables in HTML. So yeah, see you guys soon. I'm rooting for you.